welcome to the vlog. Alright, so it's story time here in the vlog. I mentioned this yesterday in a tweet, so if you saw that, great. I had an interaction with Andy Dick, and if you don't know who Andy Dick is, he's a really terrible comedian. But he's been around for a long time, and he's still, I think he does a lot of the roasts on Comedy Central, at least he has, and just a bunch of other random stuff. But he's kind of a terrible human being from everything that I've heard, and based on this one interaction that I've had with him. So, this is the story of the time that Andy Dick stuck his hand down my shirt. It was right after the live show in American Idol was over. The top 10, we were getting ready to go on tour. And they had us all staying at a hotel in West Hollywood. And on a regular basis, we'd all go out to eat. There was this little restaurant near there. We'd all go out there. We'd get burgers and fries and salad, whatever. They had a great, the only reason they had burgers and fries is they had really good sweet potato fries. So, there's a group of us. We all went out to this restaurant. We're eating. And Andy Dick walks in with his assistant. And you could tell pretty much right away the guy had been drinking. And his assistant was immediately kind of apologizing for him. But Andy Dick was being very forward. He decided to come over and sit down at our table. He recognized us, he knew who we were, and he sat down. And he sat down right next to me. And at the time, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I recognized him as somebody, but I didn't really know who he was. So I was just like, all right, what's up? So we're just sitting there, we're talking, and then all of a sudden, he leans over to me, and I was wearing a button-up shirt kind of like this, I believe. And he put his hand inside my shirt and grabbed my chest and whispered over to me, "Why are you so effing hot?" Without using the effing part, he just that word. And I was like, what? I was completely surprised, shocked, really kind of freaked out. I was like, what is this guy doing? And then he stopped, and it was really quick. And then the manager of the restaurant, who I guess had interacted with this particular fellow several times, came over and grabbed Andy Dick and literally threw him out of the restaurant and told him, "I told you you're never supposed to come back here," and all this, because I guess he's come over and done other stupid stuff at that particular restaurant. And I was just like, I don't even know what just happened here. The other guys from the show, I think they all thought it was kind of hilarious that it just happened. They were laughing pretty hard, from what I remember, at what just happened, and I was just like, well, I guess this is Hollywood. You've hear stories about just the creepy people that are in Hollywood, and apparently there actually are. And with all the stories about Harvey Weinstein, and look, I'm not in any way comparing what happened to me to what happened to those women, to what happened to Terry Crews, any of those people, not at all. But it just reminded me that, even in my brief amount of time that I spent in Hollywood, it was a completely different world, and it just seemed like what you would expect and what you would accept in other places didn't apply there. And people just felt like they could do anything that they wanted. And it was not good. And so it just made me really thinking about that and what happened with Harvey Weinstein. And I know that happens all the time. You go there, you hear all kinds of stories about all kinds of people. But I just, if you're a girl in a situation like that, or if you're a guy in a situation like that, what do you even do? I know I was just caught off guard, shocked. I think now I would react differently. At the time, I was, younger, wasn't really sure of myself, and I was just like, what just happened? But I can only imagine that stuff like that happens every single day, and that there are people in Hollywood who are just trying to make a living, just trying to pursue a career, pursue a dream, and they're put in horrible situations like that by people who prey on other people, and it's wrong and it's awful. So there's my story of the time Andy Dick put his hand down my shirt. Yeah, so there you go. Now you know. All right, see you guys tomorrow.